All right, here is how to create an irresistible LinkedIn profile in 5 easy steps. So there are 5 main things you want to think about when you're making your LinkedIn profile look better. Even mine needs some work, so I'm going to go ahead and update it right now. As for on this video, it's going to be like a real life action. It's going to be great. Behind the scenes, right? Okay, so number 1, you want to use a professional headshot as your profile picture. The one I have now I'm pretty okay with, but typically the rules are just don't use like your graduation picture unless you just graduated, right? Or a wedding picture. I would make the case don't use an AI picture. Like use a real one, just take it with your phone. And then usually a bright background works well unless you have some sort of branding. So yellow, white, bright blue, something like that. That's your first thing. Second thing, you want to write a clear and compelling headline that showcases your expertise. Typically what I've found is putting either like being super professional and putting like your position at where you work and some authority indicators is great. The other thing you could add to your headline is you could write, what your value proposition is. So like if you help people make content, you could say helping B2B founders create all their video content in 30 minutes a week. Do something very clear. You typically are going to find you get a little bit more, at least inbound opportunities when you have a super clear headline like that, because people read that and they say, hey, I'm a B2B founder who needs more video content. Let me ping XYZ person, right? So having just a super clear and compelling headline is gonna help. I would also say, how many years you've been in business, how many case studies you have, something along those lines, super helps out in showcasing your expertise, right? The third thing is you want to craft like a little summary that tells your story, highlights your value, but is also written kind of like sales copy with like a call to action at the end. So in the about section, instead of just being like, I went to Harvard and I did really good there, maybe instead write why people would hire you, right? And this is especially important if you're using your LinkedIn profile for business development or generating sales opportunities. So, typically I advise people to go along the lines of like, people come to me when, and then list all the reasons why people will hire you, right? And then what they would get if they did hire you, and then a call to action. It's like, book a call now, DM me, Excel if you want if you want help, organizing all your systems or whatever it may be. So that's number 3. Number 4 is make sure you have detailed descriptions to your like work experience. If you haven't yet, this does a couple things. One, it helps you pop up for different search terms. You kind of want to almost think of it as like SEO for your LinkedIn profile. But 2, it gives a little bit more context to what you're a subject matter expert in and why people should want to hire your company or hire you if you're looking to try to get a job. So that would be the 4th important thing I would say. 5th thing is get endorsements or recommendations from colleagues and clients. There's a nice little tool in LinkedIn that allows you to request endorsements and recommendations. And I would say just try to get at least like 3 recommendations. Anything more than that, you have to kind of click show more anyway. Obviously more is more, and that's a good thing. But if you have 3, that makes you stand out above most of the firms out there, right? And most of the clients. So that's typically what I would say is get some endorsements on your LinkedIn profile, and that's going to also add some authority to what you do. So if you follow those 5 steps, you're going to have a much better LinkedIn profile. It'll probably start generating you some inbound opportunities, and it'll make it a lot easier for you to get more customers. So I hope that helps. Share this with somebody. Tag somebody whose LinkedIn profile still has their wedding picture. Bye.